Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to get back to Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, I remember doing a review of issue 1 probably about a month or so ago now, and I was incredibly disappointed because Frank wasn't Frank, going after people that were innocent, even going after like the families of people. And that really annoyed me because that is not the character of Frank Castle. I've loved the Punisher for a while, obviously, and it for me it threw out everything that was traditional for that character. And after that first issue, I thought, I don't know if I can be bothered to keep on with this series, and I was really considering just stopping right then and there and just chucking the towel in. I have to say, I did obviously catch up with issues 2 and 3, and I'll get to them in a minute, but my criticism of the first one, the biggest criticism that I had, was that it wasn't Frank Castle. Credit to the writers, it's now been shown that it wasn't actually Frank Castle. It was a different Ghost Rider. Which brings me to my biggest criticism of this book. The writing is terrible. If you're going to have such a fundamental change to the character, but explain it as a clone, we don't know what's going on yet, then you need to make that abundantly clear in the first issue. Otherwise, people like myself are going to switch off. We're going to just stop reading. You do not want to annoy your fan base within that first issue. I'm pretty sure I said this during the last video about it. That you wanna grip people, you wanna make sure they come back. And that first issue really made me consider whether I wanted to read. Anyway, moving forward, it's not terrible. In terms of the plot moving forward in 2 and 3, it's pretty paint by numbers, which is a bit disappointing. There's a couple of things that don't make sense to me. This is the first time I've seen the Shi'ar Empire in a very long time. But one of the people in the Shi'ar Empire tries to get hold of a bounty hunter called, I think it's like Starstalker, and puts a bounty on herself just so she can meet Starstalker. Doesn't seem like the best plan. How would you know that he wouldn't just kill you from far away? It's a bit silly. But that's beside the point. Let's get into it. Actually, I'm going to pick out a couple of examples. So, in issue 2, there is a moment where Starstalker, did I say Starkiller? Yeah. Starstalker meets with our Frank. Frank turns and starts trying to apprehend him. And the moment that he turns and grabs hold of him, he's smiling. If you've been hired as a bounty hunter and you're going after someone to capture them, if they then tie you up, you would not be smiling. So I think the artwork to this, who is the artist? One Cabal. It's just not the best artist, I have to admit. I'm a bit disappointed. The other thing that I thought was a bit poor with the art, this particular panel of Frank down here, his head looks like it's been shifted into his chest. It just, to me, it's not doing what it should as a Cosmic Ghost Rider series. At the moment, it's not particularly fun. It's not particularly written well. It's not particularly drawn well. Everything about it, from a fundamental comic book standpoint, is off. and it just is not hitting with me. And this is something that's so infuriating, because I love the character, and I've loved most of the series so far. The original Cosmic Ghost Rider series was fantastic. Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys the Marvel Universe was alright. This is, to be completely frank, quite poor. It's a downgrading of the Cosmic Ghost Rider to the point of just substandard. And for a character that is supposed to be quite fun, quite on the nose, and just quite ridiculous, it's disappointing. This is someone that no one should really take seriously. How can you take this character seriously? This is a character who was, God, what was it, an FBI agent going after criminals, who then sold his soul to the devil to become the Ghost Rider, then got the powers cosmic by Galactus, who then was the right-hand man by Thanos. It's such an absurd backstory that you're supposed to be having fun with this. And like I said in the last video about issue 1, if this was a story that was a Cosmic Ghost Rider Western, I'm all for it. Absolutely all for it. It was set up very much like that it could have been. And that could have been so much fun. But it's turned into a very paint-by-numbers series. We're 3 issues in. I'm not actually sure if I want to continue with it. And that's a big shame, considering how much I like the character. And I don't think I can really recommend it to anyone. If you really want to read a Cosmic Ghost Rider series, I'd say read the original series with him and Baby Thanos. The original, I say the original series, is the spin-off series from Thanos Wins. That series was fun, it was quirky, it didn't take itself too seriously. And it was interesting. And I think this is one of the biggest problems that we see in comics at the moment, where there's so many paint-by-numbers comics. They're very, very poorly written. And it's unfortunate. And this is why we're seeing a decline within the industry. But hopefully they can turn it around. If they do, I'm not too sure I'll be around for it. But if you guys have read the Cosmic Ghost Rider, I think it's just like Volume 2 series, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know if I should even continue on with it. And I'll see you all in the next video.